Hello everyone, thank you for coming on to my channel. For today's video, I would like to talk about the UMS student should take an academic pause before deciding to demonstrate against corruption. Now, this issue has arisen when the University Malaysia Sabah Student Organisation has called for a demonstration against corruption on the 31st of December. This is in line with the accusation of the corruption against the Chief Minister Haji, as well as the appointment of Tun Musa Aman to the office of governor. Now, normally I would always support the idea of students in the university being aware of politics, being active in politics, as well as conducting a demonstration in a peaceful manner. But in this particular case, as an academic professor, as well as also a father of 5 children, a parent, I feel that it is necessary for the University Malaysia Sabah student to actually take an academic pause, meaning to hold on and think about what they are doing that may affect their careers, not only in the not only their fate in the university, but also their future careers, and also the concern of their parents. Now, with regards to the asking of the Chief Minister of Sabah to resign or step down simply because someone has accused the Chief Minister and a few other members of Parliament in the Cabinet as in a corruption charge. This is something which needs a little bit of pause in terms of thinking not only the consequences but also the situation at hand. Number one, the students need to think that first of all, there is no such thing as a policy or a requirement for a serving officer or a serving politician in an office to actually resign just because there is an accusation. There is also no policy for the person to resign even if the case is being brought to court and the person is charged. We look at the example of Syed Sadiq, who was charged with corruption and he did not resign, and we can also see the aspect that he was also being found guilty, and still he has not resigned. Why? Because he has not exhausted his channels of the Court of Appeal and perhaps even the Federal Court later on to actually ask for the charges to be dropped or to be found not guilty. So he is still serving as a member of Parliament, and there is no law that says that he needs to resign until he has exhausted all possibilities. That's number one. Now, number two, we need to look at this accusation of Haji and the other cabinet ministers, because the video that has been released is by the giver of the bribe himself. He is the one who admitted in the video in giving the bribes, and he is also releasing the video in the media instead of making a full report to the MACC. Now, why is that so? Now, there are some theories that says that this person may be doing this for other reasons than being righteous. Perhaps there are other parties who is interested for this government of Sabah at the moment to be in a very bad light with regard to the coming election. So there is this theory that this is instigated by another party or a hidden hand to destabilize the government and cause the government to lose badly in the coming election. So if the students were to do this demonstration, they would be playing a hand in this what we call game of politics. Now the third thing is that if there is an accusation by the student that says that you are already corrupt, even though there is no investigation, if there is an ongoing investigation, but there is no court judgment, then perhaps the politician involved might decide to sue the students. And who would suffer them in this situation? It would be the parents, who would probably have to pay a lot of money, as well as the students may be taken a disciplinary action by the university for making accusation without any court judgment, without any clear evidence, and only hearsay of a video. Now, this is a very serious thing that will happen to the students. It would destroy their career before it even started. So, as a father, as well as a parent, as well as a professor, I would like to ask the student to take an academic pause, because what they are doing for me is academically incorrect. So this is something they need to consider. Similarly with Tun Musa Aman, we all know of Musa Aman's exploits with regard to the news about millions and millions of ringgit in various situations. But those are what we call news that has not gone through a process of evidence research, as well as the process of court judgments. Now, at one time, when PH came into power, Tun Musa Aman was charged with many charges, and even I was surprised that all the charges later on were dropped by the AG after the Sheraton move. So we can see here a little political power play, and of course I myself also am disgusted at that situation. And then we see that Tun Musa Aman, from looking very sick during the charges, then suddenly after the charges were dropped, he immediately went on the attack to destabilize Shafi'i in terms of the chief ministership of Sabah. And then there was an election of which Shafi'i did not recover from that election. And so we see that this is a political game. But the fact of the matter here is that Musa Aman was never charged. There was no clear evidence of his corruption. Hence, to name him as a corrupt person and to call for the idea that his appointment as the governor to be something that is wrong is something which needs further consideration, because this is not within the purview of the students as well as the rakyat. The appointment of the governor is through the chief minister and the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, with the Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim acting just as a postman. Anwar Ibrahim, to me, doesn't have any say, because the chief minister and the Sabah people are the ones that have the complete say in the matter. So we see here that that is something very dangerous to say, like what Fahmi Reza has done, drawing a cartoon to show that Musa Aman is corrupter number one. Now that is very dangerous, because it has never been proven in court, has never been shown in an evidence, and only by popular views and popular news is not enough for us to make a judgment. And also it's very dangerous to spread news of this nature, and even more so to do a demonstration. So secondly, the same thing could happen. Musa Aman could initiate a lawsuit, of which the students again may be liable, and their parents will suffer the consequences. As a parent who's earning money for not for living, but also for the children's future, it is a very, very dangerous thing, and it may jeopardize to the point of bankruptcy, and the students may also be taken to disciplinary action. So I'm not trying to frighten the students in a manner of not being interested in politics, but we need to have a strategy. Thus, as a professor in a university, I would encourage the students to put up a forum discussing this issue of Hajiji in a more academic manner, in a more what we call fair and just manner, rather than just listening to people venting anger, venting this and venting that. But as an academic, we need evidence-based discussion. If it was a politician outside screaming in the pasar malam, they usually don't have evidences. Or those politicians talking loudly in parliament, again, whatever they say not necessarily can be charged or can be liable. But as an academic, we need to see things in a balanced manner, and to be careful in pronouncing judgment, because in an academic, judgment is always framed within a certain context. And this is something which students need to learn, that they cannot rely on third-hand information. No, it's not even second-hand, it's third-hand information. And this is very dangerous. If you were doing a thesis, you would fail. If you were doing a paper, you would fail. And this is an aspect of learning that needs to be done. Yes, we need to take charge of our country. Yes, we need to be aware of politics. Yes, the students can also make politics their career, but we need to understand that to make a demonstration, to accuse people that has not gone through a court judgment, is a very dangerous and an unacademic affair indeed. So I hope that the student would take a pause and not and consider the severe consequences of the situation. So with that, thank you very much for tuning in. Hi everybody. If you would like to own my book and have my signature as well as a personal note from me, please follow the instruction. Thank you.